DIG Maria Mahi, disguised as an ordinary citizen, was publicly slapped and kicked to the ground by corrupt Constable Haripada Rai. This extreme humiliation only made Maria Mahi's determination more formidable. After her disguise was unveiled, she made sure that the police officer was brought to justice in court and given an exemplary punishment. Far from Kolkata, the town of Shantiganj, located near a remote village, appeared calm on the outside but was rotten within. The local police administration was completely corrupt, particularly Constable Haripada Rai, who had created an atmosphere of terror. News of Haripada's abuse of power, extortion and oppression of ordinary citizens reached DIG Maria Mahi, who decided that this cancer needed to be eradicated from its roots. But if she went in official uniform, no one would speak the truth, everyone would just salute. So Maria adopted a new strategy. She concealed her identity, taking on the guise of an ordinary middle-class woman named Maya. An old salwar kameez, simple shoes, a sling bag on her shoulder, and a subtle mask to cover her face. This was Maria Mahi's new identity. Alone, without bodyguards or assistants, she blended into the dusty streets of Shantiganj. In disguise, Maria spent nearly a week roaming every corner of Shantiganj. She spoke with taxi drivers, small shopkeepers, hawkers and pedestrians. Every conversation revealed stories of Haripada Rai's endless atrocities. Maria kept her secret recording device and camera active in her bag. One afternoon, she was standing hidden behind a panbiri shop in the main market. In front was Bimal's small tea stall. Just then, Haripada Rai came swaggering through the market with his two accompanying constables. "Hey Bimal, bring the ledger. How much has come in?" Haripada's rough voice. Bimal, trembling with fear, stepped forward. "Sir, today the market was very bad. Only 300 rupees. Tomorrow, I'll give the rest tomorrow." Haripada's eyes turned red with rage. 300? You have some nerve. Your tea stove will be on fire today." He pushed Bimal's tea stove over with a single shove. Hot tea, milk and water splashed all around. Bimal's wife, Sulekha, rushed forward. "Sir, please have mercy. We have a small child at home." Haripada grabbed the woman by her hair and shoved her aside. Seeing this scene, Maria felt a fire ignite within her. She knew that protesting now might destroy evidence, but seeing a helpless woman humiliated like this, she could no longer remain calm. Maria quickly strode towards Haripada. Her voice carried the authority of a DIG, despite her disguise. "What are you doing? You are a police officer. How can you lay hands on ordinary people like this? You should be ashamed of yourself." Haripada turned back. Seeing this ordinary-looking woman, his anger intensified. "Who are you to butt in? Mind your own business. Trying to teach me law. Do you know who I am?" "I know who you are." Maria looked at him fearlessly. "You are a criminal who is abusing the sacred uniform of the police." Hearing this, Haripada lost all self-control. His drunken eyes burned with rage. He snatched Maria's bag with a jerk and threw it towards the market. Then he committed his horrific act, one Maria Mahi would never forget. Haripada Rai, publicly in front of hundreds of people in the market, slapped Maria Mahi, in disguise as Maya, forcefully across her cheek. Stunned by the slap, Maria staggered. The next moment, Haripada stepped forward and kicked Maria in her stomach. Maria cried out and fell to the ground. The mask on her face came off. The surrounding people huddled further back in fear. No one dared to step forward. Haripada smirked condescendingly. "From today onwards, you and all busybodies like you will know that Haripada's law runs in this market. Shut up and mind your own business." Even lying on the ground, Maria's eyes blazed with fire. Greater than her personal humiliation was the insult of the uniform, the insult of this abuse of power. She quickly composed herself. Bimal's wife Sulekha, the tea stall owner, ran to help Maria get up. Maria told Sulekha in a weak voice, "Don't be afraid, everything will be accounted for." "My bag?" Sulekha quickly picked up the bag. Maria saw that her secret camera was intact. This entire incident of slapping and kicking, the ultimate display of Haripada's arrogant power, had been captured on camera. She silently thanked Sulekha and melted back into the crowd. The next day, Shantiganj police station was in a state of suppressed tension after last night's events. Haripada and his cronies were still basking in their arrogance. They thought yesterday's busybody woman had fled in fear. Precisely at noon, a government black sumo car pulled up at the police station gate. From the car descended none other than DIG Maria Mahi herself. She was in full police uniform, her face devoid of any smile, only a stern, cold expression. Entering the station, she saw Constable Haripada Rai and his associates chatting light-heartedly. Maria looked directly at Haripada. Haripada initially did not understand. He offered a salute, which was merely for show. "Constable Haripada Rai, come to my chamber, immediately." Maria's voice was as cold as ice. Haripada was somewhat surprised, but his arrogance had not yet faded. He entered Maria's chamber. Maria pointed to her desk. A tab was on there. Haripada's eyes widened in disbelief at the video footage playing on that tab. The video showed Constable Haripada Rai violently slapping and kicking an innocent woman. "How does this scene look, Constable?" Maria asked. Haripada began to sweat. Madam, this is some misunderstanding. This woman," Maria interrupted. This woman is me, DIG Maria Mahi." Hearing these words, Haripada felt as if the sky had fallen on his head. His face turned pale. He no longer had the strength to stand. Maria rose from her chair. Her eyes burned with retribution. "The hand you laid on me yesterday was an attack on the police uniform and the law. The court will now deliver the punishment for that assault." She called for the officer in charge, OC, of the police station. "OC, immediately suspend Constable Haripada Rai and his associates and begin the arrest process. Cases will be filed against them not only for extortion, but also for obstructing a government official in the performance of her duty, causing physical injury and extreme abuse of power." Haripada was handcuffed. He then whispered only one thing: "I never dreamed." This case caused a sensation throughout the state. The incident of slapping and kicking DIG Maria Mahi, that too in disguise, made headlines. The trial began at the Shantiganj Subdivisional Court. Maria Mahi was the main witness in this case. Standing in the witness box, Maria recounted her entire story in disguise. She spoke not with emotion, but with truth and evidence. "Honorable Judge," Maria stated firmly, "when that constable laid hands on me, I felt the terrible experiences ordinary people go through day after day. I am seeking justice not because I was slapped, but because I was assaulted as a responsible citizen." She presented the brutal video footage in court. There was pin-drop silence in the courtroom. When the scene of the kick came, many people closed their eyes. Afterwards, Bimal and his wife Sulekha testified in court. Sulekha, who had dared to stand by Maria even after knowing her, said, "When I used to see Haripada Dada, I was afraid of the police. But seeing Maya Didi's courage, I realized that not all police are the same. She saved us even knowing her own danger." Maria, in her closing argument, said, "Honorable Court, Haripada Rai harmed my body, but this case is not just about my personal humiliation. It is a case about restoring the trust that the public has lost in police administration. When a police officer considers himself the law, he must be given the harshest punishment to prove, in this country, the law is above everyone." The opposing lawyer tried to portray the case as just a minor altercation. But Maria's irrefutable evidence, personal testimony, and medical report of physical injury foiled that attempt. Weeks later, the day of the much-awaited verdict arrived. The court premises were overflowing with people. The judge pronounced his historic verdict. He found Constable Haripada Rai not only guilty of extortion and oppression, but also of serious crimes such as physically assaulting DIG Maria Mahi and obstructing her in the performance of her official duties. Haripada was handcuffed and then whispered only one thing: "I never dreamed." Upon hearing the verdict, Haripada Rai slumped at the witness box in court. His head bowed. His arrogance was crushed forever. As Maria Mahi emerged from the court, an excited crowd surrounded her. Bimal and Sulekha knelt and wept, bowing to Maria. Maria placed her hands on their heads and said, "You were not afraid, that is why justice has been established today. Remember, I did not seek revenge, I only established justice." That slap and kick landed on my body, but its impact was on the entire society. I have answered for that humiliation of society. Maria Mahi's justice in disguise provided a new direction for Shantiganj.
The fire of her humiliation not only taught her to seek retribution, but also how a true police officer stands by her people, whether in uniform or in disguise. And if you like this true and heartwarming story, please like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel NeoTales. Because here you will find such stories that touch the heart and impart new lessons for life. See you in the next story.